This session works on focus. This session focuses on pressing high as a team. Using a 7v7 small-sided game, you can use this for all age groups just to teach the principles of how to press. The practice starts with the pitch split into thirds, and you can see the teams are split out into a 2-3-1 formation. Everyone is in their starting positions, but no one is locked into a zone, so anyone can go anywhere they want on the pitch. But our striker here is just dropping to the edge of that zone to invite the other team to play out short. By inviting them to play out short, we can then press aggressively onto it. We are then going player for player in midfield with a 2v1 overload for the defending team in their defensive third. By using this setup, normally the other team will go wide to one of these players. As this happens, the striker's job is to move forward to cut off the pass so they can't play across to the other defender and then move towards that player. This is often referred to as cutting the pitch in half, because it means the attacking player cannot go back across the pitch and has to go forward or hit a diagonal pass. As that player does this, if they want, they can keep pushing aggressively on to win the ball, or they can just stay in a position to cut the pass off. You then need your midfielders to be ball side and goal side. So everyone knows the term goal side means between the attacking player and the goal, but ball side means between the attacking player and the ball. If you get ball side of the player, this will allow you to intercept a pass better and stop the player receiving it into feet easily. You can see the wide player here now has gone into a position to intercept. The next midfielder also comes across to be between the two attackers, so roughly 10 yards from their teammate. And then the third midfielder will tuck in, and we usually give them the marker of not really coming further than the far post. By doing that, they'll stay compact as a unit and allow you to press quite aggressively. The defensive players, one will move across to mark the space for the longer pass or the ball into the channel, whereas the other player will now come in and mark the striker. You're now in a very strong position when pressing. You've compacted the pitch, you've got no space for the attackers to play in, and now your striker can really apply pressure if they want to onto the player to try and win the ball, as their passing options are cut out. As they move forward, this may cause you an issue, but the striker can't track them. If this situation happens, the wide player must come out and now add pressure, with the other two players moving across the pitch. This still leaves you in a good position to win the ball and counter-attack if you can, especially now your striker will be in space to play forward. If the attacking team can hit a big diagonal pass across the pitch, your midfielders will be able to switch across the pitch in time by the time it gets there and still put pressure on the ball.
I just want to spend 20 seconds talking to you about our Patreon channel. Our mission is to offer grassroots football coaches ongoing support. Many grassroots coaches only get tips and advice on a coaching course and then their learning ends there. We want to make sure you can keep learning and keep developing as a coach. So our Patreon channel offers weekly tips, advice, webinars, and we'll also send out weekly session plans which are age specific so that you have the full session that you can help deliver to your players every single week. The Patreon channel only costs £6 a month, which is less than 20p a day, and you can cancel it at any time. If you want to have a look or find out more, look for Patreon and TSC Coaches Club. You'll find everything we have there and all the ongoing support that we can offer you.
Now into this session again. What might happen when you do this is the attacking player will go back. This may cause you an issue, and this is how they can get out. As they go back, your first priority is for your midfielders and your defenders to cut off the middle of the pitch. So they should make sharp movements to be compact so that no one can play down the middle of the pitch. This will then allow your attacker to get time to get recovering, but by closing off the middle of the pitch, the only option is for them to go back out wide. As they go out wide, you can then use the same setup if the striker's in a good position. The other situation that may occur is once it comes across to the other defender, they may drive in. This can cause you some issues, so you have to think about who applies the pressure. If the striker cannot get there, in this situation, the wide midfielder will detach and cut off their pass out wide whilst applying pressure to that player, whereas the other two midfielders will compact up the middle space. If that player who takes their touch out drives wide, this player can still go out and deal with that player as well. As you can see here, they've cut off the easy pass out wide. And again, your defender on that side pushes up into space to deal with the longer pass that goes out wide or potentially over the top to the wide player. So there is a situation that you can try to press and how each person's role plays out within that press. If you want to now take this into a small-sided game to let players try things and have more tempo, with the pitch split into thirds, if the red team win the ball in the top pitch and then go to score, they will get 3 points. This will encourage them to press high and try to win the ball high as a team. If they win it in the middle third, it will be worth 2 points. And if they win it in the defensive third, it will be worth 1 point. So this game will add more decisions for the players, and it'll make it a bit more fun for them, as well as you can give them some decision making on how to press and what they might want to change about the press.